Let's talk about tax revenue. In 2019, Lake County ranked 20th nationwide in terms of highest share of property taxes per person. The average resident is fed up with high taxes and double taxation, yet property taxes fund state and local government more than any other source of revenue. Clearly, property tax reform is needed, but what kind? The solution is to tax land, not man. Let's go back to basics. Everything on earth with monetary value falls under one of three categories: land, labor, or capital. Most taxes target labor and capital, while land has been historically undertaxed. But why is that? Economists and the Constitution agree that free movement of labor and capital is necessary for trade and a healthy economy to thrive. So why keep taxing the earning of income and buying and selling and investments as much as we do? Why not tax land instead? It's easier to tax land because it doesn't move. And people didn't create the land, so land taxes wouldn't hinder our productive efforts. If we adequately tax the taking of unearned profit through land value speculation, we could lower the price of land while reducing taxes on labor and capital. This would make working and building and producing more affordable for everyone. There's no reason not to tax land. It just makes sense. What's more, it's been estimated that there is $7 trillion in unimproved land rent which goes untaxed each year. Coincidentally, that's roughly the cost of all levels of government in the country combined. That means that land value taxes alone could fund all government, making income taxes and sales taxes obsolete. I've estimated that Waukegan's GDP is about $1.9 billion per year. If 1/3 of Waukegan's economy is made up of land value, then there's about $638 million in land value that could be taxed. That's more than 6 times what it would take to replace just 60% of the city's current revenue sources. The city could phase out 3/5 of the total amount from the tax revenue sources that accidentally punish us for producing, while replacing those revenue sources with land value taxes that punish the waste, hoarding, and disuse of land on purpose. This would require imposing a 4% land value tax the first of 4 years and increasing that to 8, 12, and finally to 16% in the 4th year, when it should generate $102 million in revenue. This would allow the city to reform property taxes while eliminating income taxes, payroll taxes, and sales taxes by 2025. The city should reform property taxes by expanding its vacant lots registry fund into a registry of vacant homes, lots, and abandoned construction projects. The city should use its power to levy taxes to place liens against owners who allow despoliation of their land, while reducing and eliminating taxes on improvements which are made upon the land. This will make the real owners of the land, rather than the renter, bear the costs involved in having their ownership status protected and respected by the community. Where it's been tried, land value taxation has led to more efficient land use, less urban sprawl, and less unemployment and homelessness. It could even result in less gentrification, since removing the tax on property value will leave residents free to improve their property without fear of higher property taxes. It could even balance budgets, end double taxation, and establish a clearer separation of tax powers. That's because eliminating income taxes and sales taxes at the local level will make them more readily available to be taxed by higher levels of government if necessary. With double taxation plaguing Lake County and a looming national debt crisis and sovereign debt crisis plaguing the country, it's hard to say no to land value taxation, and its experimental version, split rate taxation, which would involve taxing buildings at a lower rate than land. By taxing destruction instead of production, we can help people and companies be productive again without sacrificing the environment in the process.